Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today we're back playing Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved. In the last video we fought the Ender Dragon, so now we have access to the end. And in this episode, I'm gonna get some nether stars. I have a little plan for that, you know. So there is an item from Draconic Evolution called the Mob Grinder. We could have actually built a while ago, because it isn't super expensive. It does require quite a bit of diamonds though, and some draconium. It is witherproof, so it can't get destroyed by the wither. And secondly, it kills withers pretty much instantly. And then, there we go, Mob Grinder. So this thing you can attach to power. You can also fuel it. Apparently, this is something I have never really used, but I guess we can just fuel it. Yeah, if we want, we could just put some sticks in here and just have it charge up a little bit. Okay, so it's like a generator, and it ejects items, I think, out the back. So we are gonna have to get some form of chest. Probably gonna get an iron one because the wither does drop more than just nether stars in this pack. Some of those items, they don't stack, and hopefully we are going to be getting a ton of nether stars. The mob grinder is cool and all, right? But what if the wither gets away? Now our entire base is destroyed. So we need something witherproof. So we have some options here. We have these runic dungeons ones. I don't know where you're supposed to get the base brick. I think you just... Okay, so you get runic bricks by just doing bricks in the chalk. I mean, we have 3 chalk, so maybe that might be one of the cheaper... that honestly might be one of the cheaper options. But we need more ancient chalk, which we cannot craft. We have to find it in chests. And I have been ignoring it. So there's that. So we have that. We also have the reinforced obsidian from Ender.io. Requires a ton of dark steel. But then we also have draconium infused obsidian. In my experience, the cheapest. Or at least the simplest to get. Because obsidian is not so difficult to get. Blaze powder is incredibly easy to get, especially if you have a blaze farm. And then draconium dust, there's a lot of it in the end. And by the time you're going to be fighting the wither, you're most likely already going to have access to the end. Unless you're doing some crazy challenge where you're ignoring the end as long as possible. Then there's also that. But even then, getting draconium dust, it's 1 draconium dust per 4. So this is normally the one I get anyway. There's also a teleportation system that Draconic Evolution has that uses this as well. The Nether Star farm I have in mind requires that teleporter. So we're just gonna be doing that, as many as I can make with this recipe. Okay, well, 64. So this should be all we need outside of power. I think it's time to upgrade all the machines here to use the redstone ones. Now, of course, this might be a mistake because the quarry are going to be using a lot more power because we're going from 800 RF transfer rate to 8,000. We're doing 10 times the speed here, so that might be a little much. Let's see what happens. Let's just plug them in. Are we draining? Okay, no, we had like a little drop there. That's filling up. Okay, they're filling up, so I think we're fine. Okay, so now that we have all of this stuff here, the question is now, where are we supposed to put it? I never actually had a plan on where to put all this. One of the options is we could take this and then make like a solar-powered wither killer. It's not like I'm afraid that this is not going to work. It's just, I don't want to spend time wiring this thing. You know what? Where's our ender lilies? We're going to make another set of tesseracts. Whole another set of tesseracts. So, how many shiny metals do we have? We have, oh, a whole block of shiny metal. Oh, wow. Didn't expect that. Anyway, I'm going to be using this chunk here. This chunk here is where we're going to be putting it. We're going to set it to mining dim. Only going to be receiving energy. So, our mob grinder. We're going to have it in a very specific design. A design that I have built multiple times in multiple playthroughs of this pack, and it looks something like this. Essentially what you want is you want something to be the exact dimensions of a wither. That's basically it. You're just making something the size of the wither. So anyway, yeah, basically all we have to do now is power this thing. I know we could probably get like a chest behind it, but we're not going to do that. We could scan the wither. Scan it. There we go. But we're not gonna do it. Oh, I hope I built it right. Hope I built it right. There we go. There we go. There we go. And voila! It has been defeated. The Wither fight. Super trivial because it's super cheap. But yeah, so these are the items it drops. It drops the Nether Star, obviously. It drops Division Sigils, yellow miniature hearts, and a rare shader grab bag from Immersive Engineering. These items are gonna get annoying after a while because there's a lot more uses for Nether Stars than these three things here. That's kind of the thing that we end up having problems with. These miniature yellow hearts, they only stack up to, I think, 10. So there's not really a lot there. And then the shader grab bags, when they're in the grab bag form, they do stack. I just don't know how much they stack. But once you open them, they don't. And then Division Sigils just don't stack at all, so it's like, how many unstable ingots are you crafting? It is the renewable way of getting Division Sigils. And these drop 100% of the time. Like, every time you kill a Wither, you're going to get a Division Sigil. And a grab bag. And I think, and a yellow heart. So now that we have another star, what are we going to do with it? We're going to be making an angel ring. So, we're going to be crafting one of these guys here. We're going to do that. That. Hopefully we don't die. Come on. We got our dragon angel ring here, which I don't know. Which can be equipped in a ring slot, by the way. What this allows me to do... I got 2 pairs of wings now. We could just fly now. Like, that's it. We could just fly. We could just fly indefinitely. Other mods add flight to the game. There's a lot of mods, including in this pack. There's a lot of mods that add flight to the game. But the difference between this and the angel ring is the angel ring doesn't require anything else. You could just fly around. So that means a lot of these tools and weapons that we have are kind of pointless now. Like, the hang glider's not going to really be used that much anymore, you know? The Rod of the Skies isn't really going to be used much anymore. The Staff of Traveling isn't really going to be used much anymore. We're going to keep them, just in case, but this ring, nah, it's over. Oh yeah, and then the speed from the Sojourner Sash is also, like, added onto it, so we can, like, really fly around. Yeah, we could have actually gotten this before we fought the Ender Dragon. Anyway, let's go to the Nether. Now, I'm going to set up a power source out here, so we can power this skeleton spawner here, active with redstone signal. So then... Oh, dang it. Well, turn it off. Turn off the redstone control. There we go. So then this thing will just spawn wither skeletons, and then we can get their skulls. Now we just need to give ourselves some form of fireproofing, and then we'll be invincible. Oh, that's a mighty... Okay, never mind. That's a Thaumcraft boss mob. I'm just going to farm some skulls for a bit. So, let's grab our soul sand and our skulls. Okay, so that is all the skulls we have, and we have a total of 9 nether stars. Build a Charm of Dislocation then. But we should have a bunch of Eye of Enders though, because none of them broke during our trip to the end. 4 Draconium cores, and then we grab a Wyvern core, and then get our Charm of Dislocation. This requires Ender Pearls, which we have a ton of, so what we can do with this is we can go to somewhere like the bed here, and add new. We could name it home, and then we could hit commit. If we right click it, we get teleported there. We can even go to the end. Alright. You can also hold shift and then scroll wheel to different teleportations. Which is cool, the different destinations. The nether, commit, there we go. So then we can go to the end from the nether if we wanted to. And it all costs an ender pearl. I don't know what we should do now. I'm lost already. I'm lost. I need to come up with some form of goal to keep me busy. I need something to think about. And you know what that thing is? It's staring me in the face. We need more power. If I'm going to make a wither skeleton farm, and if I'm going to make a nether star farm, and I'm going to be making a cryothium farm, I need more power. And I've talked about this before, but we have big reactors. But there's another mod here that's going to give us, it could give us infinite power because of the sun. So there's a mod in here called Solar Expansion, and it gives you a bunch of solar panels here. It's just tedious because, as you can see, for every tier of solar panel, we need 8 of the previous tier. I'm actually looking at them here and looking at the generation number here. If everything's being calculated correctly, that is how many leadstone solar panels you need. Yeah, that's not multiplied by anything. That is just how many you need. You need 32, like over 32,000 leadstone solar panels to make. Oh my goodness. And then they require 3 of these. And that requires, oh my gosh, so much glass and iron and lead. I mean, this is going to be fun. Since we know how to make glass now, this is where the fun actually begins. And it's going to be a pain in the neck. So what I'm gonna do is some transfer pipes. You know what? No, we're not doing transfer nodes. We're gonna be building item ducts. So we need fused quartz, and fused quartz needs more quartz. So we need another quarry. So cancel this order. I want to cancel the order. Switch it to that mode. And I need glowstone because I want to make impulse item ducts. So if we get a bunch of item ducts here, 48, right? Probably should explain what we're doing here. We are going to be doing an output thing here. And an input thing. We're going to do inputs and outputs. So we're going to have the machines that we have had for the past 5 or 6 episodes here. They're all going to output into a single chest. Oh, there's a gold one right here. Let's go grab this guy here. Put it right smack in the middle because, you know, it looks better that way. This way, we can produce a bunch of glass or items that we want without having to worry about us having to, you know, take them out and stuff. That could also mean we can put the fluid transposer and magma crucible on the same level? Yes. Let me go do that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How'd you get in here? How'd you get in here? That's not good. That is not good at all. But anyway, let me get this here. And then push. All right. So then that should be good there. So then what we'll do is we'll make a bunch of iron chests. And then we'll also make a bunch of hoppers then. And then these hoppers, we can just go boop, boop, boop. Right. And then these can just kind of go input. Oh, you need an input on the top too, don't you? So then all those can be activated all at once. And then we can just kind of have them all do their thing. And they can all output into the chest on the bottom. So if we want, what we are going to be doing is we're going to be dumping all this sand in here. You know what? I'm gonna do something real quick. I need to check the mining dimension. I want to make sure these guys are keeping up. Oh no. You are not keeping up. We are not getting enough resources over here. Somehow, some way, we have something is clogging. Something's clogging, and I don't like it. What if I double the outputs of this thing? All right, just double the output. We're just gonna do that for now. Figure out what's wrong with it. Okay, so we have speed upgrades. So if I do this here, so it's clearing it out. Maybe it just got stuck somewhere. Yeah, so I think that should be good. It is keeping up. This I don't think should be a problem. That should be sorting just fine. And I just realized the main reason why these cores are not going at their full speed is because of this. So if we were to upgrade this, that's why we're not suffering for power, because we haven't upgraded them. Oh no, let's see. Are we suffering for power now? Yes. Now we have a reason for the potential nuclear reactor. Yes, this is what I've been dreaming of. Max speed quarries. So, oh gosh. Okay, so this guy is also having problems. And we have a backlog in the buffer chest here. So that means these guys are probably going to have to get upgraded at some point. Oh, shoot. Okay, we are halfway. Well, we're halfway there. Okay, so we've already drained half of our supply. Okay, so lava power, unless we want to keep expanding out our lava thing, has reached its limit. We need more exotic means of power. For lack of a better term, we need more exotic energy sources. And one of those energy sources is solar. Oh. Oh, okay. Drawer for glass panes. I never thought I'd see the day. But it's for very, very good reason. That is a full drawer of glass panes. My goodness. So why solar? It's like I'm trying to be a salesman. You know, you go to the Home Depot and you get the salesman come up to you like, "Hey, pal, you wanna learn about solar?" Yeah. So that's basically what we're gonna be today. All right. So 64. That's not divisible by 3. So, oh yeah, if we get 3 stacks of this, it'll be 64 total solar panels, right? Yeah. So 64 should give us the redstone energy one. Hey, but that thing produces 64 RF per tick. When do we get to 1,000? Oh, okay. So we need 4,000 of them if we want to do that. That's fine. Well, that's gonna be a problem. We need steel. Okay, time to go start doing the stuff. Really? We're out of clay. Okay, time to go use our fancy gadgets we have here. Why am I moving around? Hold the phone. Why am I floating around here? I'm a little confused, concerned, and what? We have another node? Oh, I think it's a Sojourner Sash. No. Oh no. Is it the boots? The wings? Anything? The goggles? Oh. It's the chest plate. So we have our clay. I'm gonna get 2 stacks of bricks. Just because we're probably gonna need quite a few bricks. So we need something called a coke oven. We have 2 options. We have our Railcraft or Immersive Engineering. I'm just going to go for the Immersive Engineering one because, well, I don't know. I just prefer it. I just prefer it over the Railcraft one. Did this village have an Immersive Engineering building? Does it have one? It had one. Never mind. Okay, well, we're going to go to the mining dimension then. There we go. I'm pretty sure I have one somewhere, but I'm just not gonna bother. So the bricks. Oh, the bricks are done. Okay. So then we need to make, gonna get some clay. And we need to make, I think, 27 of these. Or 28. We're gonna be left over with 1 due to the recipe. 28 of these. And then we're gonna need something called a blast furnace. Blast furnace, same deal. We're gonna be doing the immersive engineering one, so we need nether bricks. We have nether bricks. No, we don't. Okay, we'll get some nether bricks. Nether bricks, and then, this stuff here. We need some blaze powder. Then we need somewhere to set this up. Now, we do have chunks with nothing in them. Like this area here. We could actually set our coke oven and blast furnace up here. So we're going to set the coke oven up first. Yeah, so the output's something called creosote. So we're gonna be getting that out of it. So I'm just gonna simply fluid transfer node into this drum here. Because if we remember, these drums are about half the size of this big tank here. Same amount, 28 bricks. Okay, just gonna set it up somewhere. I will eventually put it here because if we get the improved blast furnace, we can get steel faster. So I'm just gonna place it near this guy here, kind of the same area. Let's see, just to get us started, I think we'll just do this iron, and then we actually have some coal coke already. Let me just let me use some of it. Let me just use this stuff here. I'm gonna get the preheaters here. So there's copper, iron, and redstone and sticks. And we get 2 of these going. Okay, and then we need some of these plates here, which the hammer can craft. There we go. And then we got our 2 preheaters here. So then these should be, well, they'll be placed onto the improved blast furnace. Get these plates already. Let's start getting the plates for it. Oh, there's a big old slime outside. I'm just gonna go wander around the mining dimension. Maybe I can find a couple of buildings that I could. Maybe they'll have some steel. Maybe they won't. Okay. How much more do we need? We need. Oh, all right. It's all good. All good. I'll let it finish. All right. So we need the hopper. Go here. I'm gonna put it. Because I'm gonna need power for it. So we are gonna move this stuff. And that should be good, and then we'll find a place for the thing here. So sensitive goes here, put that in there. And then we should be able to just make the improved blast furnace. This always was funny to me. It's like you have this cube, and then you have this. The cube becomes this. We're gonna go up like so. And like that, I think. So Immersive Engineering's wire system is actually kind of neat. You have these connectors here. They have LV, MV, and then HV, which is high voltage. And all you have to do is get this wire here that matches the cables here. And all you have to do is right-click them. And boom. Power right across. As long as these are not blocked, you don't need to string like this stuff over. It's really handy. And I'm just going to do a, well, I'm going to put them here. I'm actually just going to put the slag up here real quick. There we go. And what I'm going to do is we're going to get 2 transfer nodes. I'm going to put one here, and I'm going to put one here. And these guys are going to be attached via a transfer pipe system. And we're going to find out how, what we have right here, right? So then all we have to do is that. Right, and then we'll just have them attach these guys directly to the system like so. So when this thing finishes processing its stuff, this thing should just transfer the stuff out. Give them 2 speed upgrades so it's a little bit faster. Are you gonna go? It doesn't seem like it's doing anything. Let me see. We are connected to this. Oh, it got sent somewhere. That guy's still trying to figure out where he's going. So what do we have right now? We have 4 steel and 10 slag. So those should go up if everything goes to plan. So we have slag in here and no ingot and an ingot here to begin. 10 and then 6. So yeah, we're getting our steel, but not really our slag. So speed upgrades, make more. That is kind of a downside to these transfer pipes, is they are slow. We could automate coke oven as well. They have an automatic coke oven. Immersive Integration here has one. This is for like a really large coke oven. And honestly, looking at it, other than the steel casings, actually doesn't require that much steel. It's big. It's a very large multi-block structure, right? So if we go Immersive Integration, we can look at our industrial coke oven. As you can see, it is pretty big. 70 coke oven walls, 60 heated coke oven walls, and 10 coke oven ports. And it is large, but it produces a ton of coal coke and a ton of creosote, which is probably why these recipes are quite large. And then we have this one, which on the surface is annoying because it does require lava buckets here, but there's something called a liquid crafter. Liquid crafter, yeah. This is something from Mine Factory Reloaded, and it basically allows you to craft recipes that require like buckets of stuff without needing the buckets. You just have to give it fluid and it will just craft. So we can craft one of these. So that's probably something we'll work on when we get the steel to make all of this stuff. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna kickstart this thing. I'm just gonna use the Railcraft coal coke to get these ingots going, so we can get our industrial coke oven. Well, we made quite a bit of progress today. I'm probably gonna end the video here. Before we do that, let's go open up some of these lovely loot bags here and see what we get. Okay, we got a ton of potions. This drawer is getting really full of potions. Okay, so we got a bunch of gold. We got a diamond. We have some gold ingots, emeralds, some ender pearls, which is always nice to have. Bottle of enchanting, some rings, and then some armor here, which is pretty nice to have. Pretty good loot bag haul today. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.